so today I'm going to be doing another makeup video using the Shany eye palettes, or actually there's more than just eye in this one, but using the Shany palettes from Wish. So the one I'm using today is number 5 in the collection. There's 7 in the actual collection that I got, and I will provide the link to this collection in the description box down below if you're interested in purchasing this collection. It's actually really nice. I did do a video 2 weeks ago, I want to say, with a different palette from this collection. It's in my it's several videos back. It's a little while back, but it's in, if you click on my makeup videos playlist, it'll be in there, and it will say Shany eyeshadow palette, and it will say which one it is. I believe it's the Starlit one. I'm a Starlit or something like that. But this one is called Until Sunset, and it is beautiful pinks and yellows and oranges and purples. Very beautiful palette. So I'm pretty excited to use this palette today, and I also thought that I would try some of the other palettes. So I'm gonna try and use the concealer palette. There's really only one that I can actually use. Sorry if you see all that dust, that is it's glitter. It's from my doing my nails. This desk, when I do my nails, gets caked in glitter that I just cannot get off all at once. So I apologize if you see the glitter moving across my screen. But yeah, I'm pretty much going to be using the light ones. Probably this one right here. It's the most neutral for brightening, and I'm going to try to use it to set my eyes before I do my eye look. So I just want to play around in this concealer palette, and I got a dog hair stuck in it and I can't get it out. But I just want to play around in this concealer palette and see how well it performs. And if it performs well, it will be nice to have if I'm ever doing anyone else's makeup for the wide variety of shade range. I don't know if I'm going to use it for contour. I really don't like doing cream contour, and these are cream based. So I might not. Maybe I'll do it for this video just to see how it performs, and so you guys know how it performs, but we'll decide when we get there. But yeah, definitely going to use the concealer out of this palette to see how it performs. And then I'm going to be using the blush palette as well. And this is number 6 in the set, and this is number 1 in the set. So yeah, those are the 3 Shany palettes that I'm going to be using today. So now I'm going to dip into the concealer palette, and I'm going to prime my eyes, and then we'll start with the eyeshadow. All right, so I'm going to be using the lightest shade down in the corner. And I usually just dip my finger in these, but with my nails, it's harder to do. Okay, so it's working. It's a nice primer base. Do the other one. So it performs well as a primer, so that's a plus. Now, we're gonna dip into the eyeshadow palette, and later on we'll see how well this performs when shaping my eyebrows and concealing my face. Now I usually use this to prime my eyes and shape my eyebrows, and this works really well at hiding whatever and blending in and all that. So we'll see how well these compare, because this is pricey and this is not. So yeah, let's move on to the eyeshadow. So again, this is the Until Sunset palette, and I'm going to take this color right here, and I'm going to pop that in my crease. So There is a lot of kickback, telling you that. Some people don't like any kickback. There is. But if you can see, there is no, sorry for the sunshine. This window gets really weird. There's no fallout, so that's a plus. But yes, there is some kickback in the pan, unfortunately. Kickback doesn't really bother me unless it's like mountains and mountains and I'm losing product, which this one does have quite a bit, as you can see. But since this isn't like a crazy expensive high-end palette, it doesn't really bother me all that much. Now, if I had paid, let's say $60 for this palette, I would be extremely upset with the amount of kickback that is in there. But, you know, it's kind of a you get what you pay for situation. Now the color payout is really nice. It's blendable, it works. It's not chalky, it's not patchy. The color is pretty much true to what's in the pan, so you're not gonna like have something bright and vibrant in the pan and have it show up really light and just not the color you were expecting on your eyes. So that is a plus. So this color is pretty much true to what's in the pan. It shows up dark, it shows up like it performs like it's supposed to. So I have no issues with that. Okay, so I've been sitting here debating on whether I should use this pink or this pink. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Just because I really like the darkness of that. And I'm going to pop that in my outer corner. I like that. So, again, kickback in the pan, no fallout on the face, and really nice color payoff on the eyes. Want to make sure that they're even, and then I'm going to blend. I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. Need a little tiny more on this side. There we go. Now there is a tiny bit of fallout now. I mean, you're gonna get that sometimes with darker colors, but it's not horrible. So I'm gonna take the blending brush again and I'm gonna dip back into the first color and I'm kind of gonna blend these two colors together right where they meet, so that there's not a harsh line. So for my lid, I'm going to use this color pink right here, right at the top, the shimmery one. And I'm gonna pop that right on my lid. that works really well. I like that. Now, there is fallout with this one, but there is not much kickback in the pan with this color. I'm just gonna need to clean up my face a little bit before we move on to the next step. And then kind of just blend those together a little bit. And there we go. Yes, there's lots of fallout. All right, so now I'm gonna move on to eyeliner, and I'm going to use my Ciate London Fierce Flicks. And I'm going to be doing this off camera. So for lashes, I'm going to use my Ioni lashes. They're 3D faux mink lashes in Wispy Doll Full, and I'm gonna put them on off camera as well. So now it's time to start on my face. For primer, I'm going to be using the the Professional Pore Primer. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation in the shade Vanilla. All right, so brows, I wanted to try something different. I wanted to actually try to use a powder. So I'm going to use this Warm Touch right here in the Beauty Creations Irresistible palette. And that's like pretty close to my color. So I'm gonna take my brush and then I'm gonna wet it. I'm using a setting spray, which you're supposed to use like water, but I don't have water in a bottle. So I'm just gonna use that. Tap into my palette and then start drawing on. Oh, that's not bad. And that's not a bad color. I used, okay, so yesterday I went to a friend's house and she sells for Young Living. And they have a makeup line called the Savvy Makeup Line. And they have these powders that you can use for eyebrows, eyeshadow, contouring, all these. They're like multi-purpose loose pigments. And they went on my eyebrows like beautifully, the powder. So, and I really liked how it came out. I swear by pomades. I swear by the mascaras that you put on, like the eyebrow mascaras, but it just wasn't, I don't know. It just didn't give, it's hard to work with sometimes. And it annoys me how uneven my eyebrows come out a lot, and then I have to sit there and try to fix them with concealer and whatnot. I shouldn't have done that. So the only issue I'm having is this setting spray is like drying really fast. I'm actually gonna go and wet my brush and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I really like how this eyebrow came out, and this brush is gonna be a little more wet than it should be. Off just a little bit. You want it damp, not wet, and I got it a little too wet. All right, so I'm actually really liking how the powder is coming out. So I'm gonna finish these up and then I'll be back to show you what they look like before I conceal to shape. Okay, so here's how they're looking. I mean, they're a little dark right now because I haven't shaped them. They're a little thick, but yeah, I like how they came out. So now I'm going to dip back into the concealer palette and I'm going to use that light one again, and I'm going to shape my eyebrows. All right, so I'm going to take my, it's not really a concealer brush, but I use it as one. So I'm going to Try not to get it into the eyeshadow, because that's not what I want. So far, this concealer is performing really nicely. It shaped them really well. Let's do this one. And I actually, this one, I'm not gonna lie, blends in a little better with shaping than this does. So, and this one is like way more expensive, and all you get is one shade instead of a whole palette of shades. Just saying. But yeah, look how beautifully that blends in. Okay, so now for the top, I like that. Okay, just put a little bit down the middle, and we are good. There we go. Oh, I like how my eyebrows turned out. I'm excited. Let me just even them up a little bit. Gotta fix that. Okay, so let me just start off by saying that my eyebrows and my eyes are naturally uneven. So I gotta do a lot of work to try to make them look symmetrical and make my eyes look symmetrical. This eye droops a little more than this eye, and then in turn, this eyebrow droops a little more than this eyebrow. So when I do my eyebrows, there's a lot of times where I make this eyebrow too high to try to compensate, and see, this eyebrow likes to go up a little bit farther. So, I don't know. But yeah, they're as even as they're gonna get right now. So, let's move on to concealer for the face. So, I'm just gonna take the same palettes and the same brush, and I'm just going to start adding the concealer, but then instead of using the brush to blend it all in, I'm going to just take my beauty blender and I'm going to blend it. So, I mean, it blends in pretty nicely. This shade seems to work with my skin tone. Now, because of I've been in the sun a lot, my forehead's peeling and stuff, so I'm looking really, really patchy up there, unfortunately, and I can't get rid of that at the moment, so trying to cover it up best I can, but it's looking really patchy right now, and it looks horrible, and this concealer is going into all my creases. Hopefully the powder will fix that up, but yeah, just going to go down my nose, and for some reason the foundation was looking a little patchy. My face is all kinds of messed up right now because of the summer. But this concealer, I mean, it's working pretty well. Now, I'm gonna do, for some reason it's lifting the foundation a little bit. I don't know if I like that. Let's see if it does well spot concealing. I mean, not the greatest, but all right. See, it's making, my skin's not that patchy. I don't know. I don't know if I like this concealer, you guys, for my face. Just saying, it's making places more patchier than they normally would be. So, it brightened under my eye pretty well, but again, it's getting patchy, and it's kind of, it's not creaseless. It's seeping into the creases of my face, and I think that's why I'm having the issue. So, would I use this palette to shape my eyes and to prime my eyes? Yes. Would I use it to conceal my whole face? No. It's not working for that. So, I mean, I'm gonna continue to finish up my face with this concealer, but I am not going to use it again for my face. I will use it to shape my eyebrows, and I will use it to prime my eyes, but that is it. So for me, this is kind of a dud as an all-around concealer palette. So, and it's not doing a good job at spot concealing either. So it's not hiding my pimples, and it's looking kind of patchy. So I would say this is a no. I don't like this for face concealer, but again, it's not a loss because I can use it to shape my eyebrows, and there are a wide variety of shade ranges. So if I'm to use it on somebody with a different skin tone as me, I have several different shades to choose from to shape and prime eyes and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's not a total loss, but this is not something that I would just buy. But as it came in the set, it's something that I can use, but I'm not going to use for my face. I mean, it might work for others, but it does not work for my face. For setting powder, I'm going to use my I Heart Revolution Peach Scented Baking Powder. So for contour, I was going to use the palette, but I decided against that, and I'm just going to use my go-to, which is the Staycation Vibes by Buxom, the Primer Infused Bronzer. So now it's time to finish up under my eyes, and I'm going to dip back into the eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this color, the color that I used in my crease, because I don't want it to be too dark. Actually, I'm going to use two. I'm going to use this one. As a base, I guess. And then I'm going to use that darker one. I'm going to use that darker pink that I used in my crease. And I'm just going to bring that under just a little bit. Oh, I did too much on that side. Now I gotta make it even. There we go. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, so now gonna do blush and then highlight. So for blush, this is kind of my go-to. I'm going to be using the Balm Cosmetics Auto Balm Girl Powder in the shade Houston. If you hear screaming, that is my kids. They are playing, and as much as you tell them to use your inside voice, it doesn't always work. So, all right. So for highlighter, I'm going to be using the AOA Studio Powlighter, it says, in the shade Galactic. For mascara, I'm going to be using Lancome Drama in the shade Excessive Black. And for lips, I have not used this in a really long time. I'm going to use the Ofra by Ipsy Unzipped long-lasting liquid lipstick, and it doesn't say what the shade name is, but it's this. It was from an Ipsy from a while back. So, and here's the finished look. I really like it. I love how the eyes turned out. Actually, I forgot to. I always take my setting powder to tone down the harsh lines from the eyeshadow, so it's not so harsh at the top near the brow. And I also forgot highlight. I don't have a light enough color in my palette, so I'm just gonna take this Morphe highlighter in Spark, and I'm just going to pop that into my inner corner and then my brow bone. And then I'll be done. All right, now here's the finished look, and I love it. I love how the eyes came out. This palette performed really, really beautifully. Even though there is some kickback in the pan and there was a little bit of fallout with the shimmer color, it's not awful, and the colors work well. They're dark, they're pigmented, they're blendable, they're just really, really nice. So again, like I said in the beginning of this video, if you are interested in purchasing or just looking at this box set, I will provide the link to it in the description box down below so you can buy it. And that is everything. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day. Bye.